This matrix can be solved by the logic in our columns, and there are two pieces of logic in each column. The first, I want you to imagine splitting the shapes up into 4 quadrants. And when we do that, we can see that there is a different quadrant of the shape missing in each row. It starts with the top left chunk, and then it goes to the top right chunk, and then it's the bottom right chunk, which tells us that this missing piece is moving clockwise around the shape. Now, this movement is completely separate from the other movement that's going on in each column. So you want to do that first and then do this other movement separately, and I'll show you why. The other thing that's going on is a rotation. Between row 1 and row 2 is a 90-degree counterclockwise rotation. And then between row 2 and row 3 is a 180-degree rotation. And this is why I said to keep the missing chunk aspect of the pattern completely separate from this, because now if we were to split this up into quadrants, now it's a little bit confusing because this quadrant matches our missing quadrant, and it's harder to see the pattern. But if we start here, we can see that it's moving clockwise. Anyway, so if we take the first element of column 2 and do the same thing, rotate 90 degrees counterclockwise, and rotate 180 degrees. We know our missing chunk is that end of the teardrop, so that matches with our third element of that column. So now we can take all of this logic and apply it to find our missing element. So we need to take a look at element 6, break it up into its quadrants, and say, okay, I know that the missing piece is going to move clockwise once, so that means I can eliminate everything that doesn't have the missing chunk in the top right quadrant. And then we just need to do one rotation to figure out if it's A or if it's E. And remember, first you do a 90-degree counterclockwise. Second, you do a 180-degree rotation, which will put us here and will give us our correct answer choice of answer choice A.